Do you feel the need for no speed? Then you've come to the right place. Welcome back, you fucking wearables. Today we are covering a rare beast, the E-100, a battle rating 7.7 land ship that could only be obtained by being one of the top 200 no-lives in the E-100 tournaments. And yes, for those of you wondering, that is a mouse turret on the E-100, but we will get to that in a moment. This tank's job is quite literally to steamroll enemy positions like the Fürher's wet dreams and spread the glory of the Third Reich. To be completely honest, all this is a mouse that can actually move at a speed greater than fucking walking pace about 40% of the time. However, there are some major differences to go over, so let's get on with this stupid shit. Oh, and special thanks to Excel for helping me make this review and providing me with the gameplay and replay footage to make this one possible. The first major difference between the small moving continents is the fucking mobility. The E-100 has about the same acceleration as the mouse, but it has greater maneuverability, allowing it to make course adjustments while moving. The difference is similar to the comparison between Herman fucking Goering running a marathon and Heinrich Himmler out for a nice walk in the cats. In other words, if you can get on hard flat ground, the E-100 fully upgraded will reach a maximum speed of around 36 km per hour. The stat card lists it as 40, but you would probably only be able to achieve that shit if you threw this small battleship off a cliff. Regardless, let's get on with the armor. The armor on the E-100 is second only to the mouse. The frontal upper plate is 200mm thick, with the lower glacis being 120. However, the lower glacis is far from a weak point. The side hull armor is also 120mm thick with 75mm destructible side skirts, which make the normal side skirts look like paper cocking mache. In other words, the side armor of the E-100 will cheat FS rounds and will oftentimes detonate APHE rounds before they can enter the vehicle.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
As for the turret, it is the exact same thickness on the mouse, with a 220mm thick turret cheeks that are not historically accurate. The original raw thickness in real life is 236mm thick. However, the raw thickness on the armor of the E-100 and the mouse shouldn't be taken for granted. Because of the lower quality German steel used to create these two massive vehicles, there is a .97 modifier on the armor's actual thickness, meaning that at point blank range you can penetrate the front of the turret on this machine with only 213mm of penetration. So rather than be 220mm thick, which is already bad and historically inaccurate, with the modifier applied it brings the frontal turret armor down to 213.4mm of armor.
Oh, fuck me right in the ass! Oh.
This applies to both the E-100 and the mouse. However, if there is one thing good about having the same turret as the mouse, it's the firepower that you get with it. The rolling concentration Camp 100 is equipped with a 75mm range-finding marshmallow gun and a 128mm KWK-44 hardened sausage launcher that is capable of one-shotting any vehicle in the game. All it has to do is penetrate you. It is equipped with 2 AP shells for this hardened schnitzel dispenser, but the only one you should use is the PZGR-43 AP CDC round with 267mm of penetration at 100 meters. The 75mm explosive marshmallow cannon is capable of firing high explosive or two variants of heat. The only version of this you should use is the HLGR-38C shell with 100mm of penetration, which is perfect for dealing with lightly armored anti-aircraft vehicles like the ZSU-57 or light tanks or vehicles with crappy armor. As far as ammunition amounts, I recommend carrying anywhere from 20 to 25 rounds for the 128mm gun and 25 to 50 rounds for the 75mm gun. As for crew skills and modifications, I'm not going to get into them here, since both are exactly the same on my mouse video that I did several months ago. So if you really want that information for some reason, go check that out. As for how you play the No Life 100, it's pretty simple. You angle the armor left or right 45 degrees on the hull when in combat. Since you have the same turret as the mouse, it's important that you angle it while you are reloading your main gun. However, since you have two weapons and your 75mm gun has a very fast rate of fire, you can use a couple of tricks. The first being the classic bait and switch, where you fire at a piece of cover an enemy is hiding behind with your 75mm gun and fake him into thinking you fired your main gun. If they fall for it, they will generally pull around the corner with their weak points exposed, and that's when you show them the glory of the Third Reich right to their stupid fucking face. The second is a means of suppression. If you want to throw off the enemy's aim, roll towards them and arc your 75mm round so that they fall right in front of the enemy tank. The resulting explosion will throw up dirt and debris, making accurate fire virtually impossible, allowing you to close the distance while maintaining a constant stream of fire. So you can do what you do best, which is tank damage and deliver it right back to their stupid fucking face. Now keep in mind, that only works in realistic and simulator battles, where you don't have markers telling you where to aim. Also, if you are up-tiered in the E-100, ATGMs will generally go through your upper plate like a hot knife through butter, so make sure and keep that in mind. You can still bounce or absorb heat shells, especially with your side skirts, but don't count on stopping a flying dildo heading right for your face. So before we go, let's review. The fifth letter in the alphabet. 100 is a super heavy tank with mobility similar to the mouse, but with a higher top speed. It has the same turret as the mouse, which provides it with excellent firepower for dealing with almost anything that it will face. It can also provide substantial protection from most shells fired at it if properly angled. However, despite its mobility advantages over the mouse, it is slow and will hardly ever reach its top speed. It also doesn't neutral steer like the mouse does, meaning its hull traverses significantly slower than the mouse, and is more easily flanked by faster, more maneuverable tanks. And the worst part is the armor modifier of 0.97 of the actual armor thickness, so it can't simply be taken at face value. As a result of this, the turret cheeks are a massive weak spot which should be looked after at all times. So there you have it, the oh my god I am better than everyone else 100. Now get out there and show how furious you are.